because it felt like Jesus was holding my feet all the time. When I was laying on that bed, it was scary when I went through that treatment. And you know that it's a 12-foot room with a wall, a 12-foot room, and it's just so scary with that mask on. And then they lock you up. There's no window they can see you lay on. They go to a total different room down the passageway to see me laying on a camera. So I said to Willie, if you don't see me in an hour coming out of that room, call 911 and let them bring the jaws of life, because that door is 12 inches thick. So one day I had to wait for a doctor to come and see if they had it right on here. And it took like a half an hour that I was laying there. Man, and I was thinking to myself, I cannot even, my arms is under this mask. I cannot even get it up to lift myself underneath that mask out. And it was just hard to breathe through. And after the second treatment, my neck was just swollen up so badly that it was snug under there now. Because they lift your head up and they want you to be absolutely... But when I was lying there, God showed me to be faithful and still. And know that I'm God. And every time that treatment started and that bed moved around, this is the old ugly mask. If you didn't see it, you can look at it later. And these things, they put your head and then they clip it like this. They clip you in it and you lay here and all your clothes off on the top, of course, and you wonder for yourself if you're ever going to get out of that thing. So, you know, God's power is so strong. You know, during my whole stay there at the Ronald McDonald Home and in the Eugene Cancer Institute, the staff was magnificent. But you know what I found there? A lot of broken-hearted people that doesn't know God. And I seem to forget my own problem when I sit in a room full of bald-head people and I started to hear what their problems is. And then I realized how wonderful God is to put me in that situation. Maybe God put me in that situation to learn that there's other peoples with more pain and action going on. So that's what happened with me in the experience that I got from being with God and being in line with God. And you know, if you're not right, when you know, you know. But if I didn't have the faith like I saw some people had, I mean, they are scared and they cry and they sit there and they feel so left alone in the world. Why is this happening? Even on the mornings when we stayed at Ronald McDonald Home, I was up at 5:30 in the mornings, and we'll congregate and have little church in the communal kitchen. And all our people will sit there and pray for each other. And I want to tell you, for me, it was nice to say, you know what, even if you don't make this course, it's not the end of the world. Do you know Jesus Christ? Some of them hate Jesus because of the sickness. And I explained that God didn't bring the sickness on you. And it's just sad that the Cancer Institute doesn't have pastors counseling these people before they start treatment. And in the Ronald McDonald Home itself, it's sad for me to not have people there counseling people. So the last day when I left, he said to me, you were like a sunlight to the Ronald McDonald Home. Can you do this often? I said, I stay so far away from this place. Can I do it? But there's 1 trillion churches around you, and you should get the churches involved, because Peace Health is actually the main carrier of the Ronald McDonald Home. And what I learned about the Ronald McDonald Home, You don't have to pay anything for staying there. They'll take you in. And they're so kind. After treatments, I went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night and come home Friday to be here for church on Sunday. That treatment time that you have there, they said, are you sure you want to go home today? Don't you want to stay for the weekend and go home on Monday? I said, no, unfortunately, I run a church. I must go back home. But they want you to recover there. Anybody can stay there, whatever. If you treat it in Riverbend, if you treat it in the Cancer Institute, wherever you are, anybody can stay there, and your closest family. What I like about it, it had its own queen bedroom, own kitchen, own living room, dining area in your room. And then there was a communal kitchen if you want to cook. Of course, Willie didn't want me to cook, so we ate out in the mornings for breakfast and at night. So, yeah, and they bring you flowers. They give you flowers every week when you every time I walk in, they gave me flowers, a pillowcase, and they're just so nice with everything. And people come from outside and cook food there for you if you're too weak. So I made a lot of things, and I think God is good that way. And for you that struggle with your health and have issues, this is where you come and get educated and take what I teach you and all the other pastors teach you, and you take it and you go with it. Because when you know, you know. God is for you. Who can be against you? You have to understand that that is the way it works. Yes, is it a difficult weekend for me today? The doctors told me it's a slow-growing cancer and it will take a long time before I die. So I have good days and I have bad days. So today was not a good day for me. It was hard for me to get here. But the moment I walk through the door, it's just, there's an enlightenment for me. There's something waiting for me. Now I'm on holy ground. And God is working. And if you got a health problem or a problem that you're dealing with right now, no, He's got your back. He's got your back. He's there waiting for you. You don't have to tackle this alone. I've seen too much empty eyes in this last 3 months in cancer institutes and in Ronald McDonald Home. Why people don't know God yet, I don't know. There's nobody else I want to serve but God right now.